All right, this is my project called Near You. It is inspired by my family, in fact. I live in Atlanta, and all the time, my family members text me or they call me and they're like, hey, what can we do in the city that is friendly to Cora, who's my niece, who's 9 years old, so kid friendly. Or they're like my sister, who's a real estate agent. It's like, oh, I met the best couple ever. They, are moving to Atlanta. What's something they can do? And I feel like I'm her personal Zagat, so I felt like a website that just focused kind of on events as if it was like a bulletin board of flyers of things to do in your area, like you see at a coffee shop, but more digital and less like blog and like, you know, less pretentious, I would say. So this is my website. I have a photo carousel right here. I struggle a little with JavaScript, so if anybody would like to give me some suggestions, I would greatly appreciate it. Um, and then down here, I have other cities near you or the actual city of Atlanta if you want to like visit their website. Kind of the way we did with our plumbing video. I have a navigation bar down here, which I really like, kind of having it tucked away and out of the way. Um, I took inspiration from, my sister, my family, and all the things that they're looking for, plus some of mine, my husband's, and my friends. At this age, I feel like networking is really important, or festivals. My husband's obsessed with anything food. And then obviously I have family, and then who doesn't like free stuff? My favorite page is the contact us page because I give you like little examples of flyers and anything you can do. And I really like giving people the option to suggest an event that maybe wouldn't have been thought of. And then I get to use, obviously all these wonderful little forms in my submit button. And then I recommend some cities that would be needed on this table for anybody who's making a suggestion. They can look down real quick. The festival is very similar. Like I said, I wanted it to look like flyers put up on a bulletin board, and I provided a little like quick descriptions of them, plus they can go to other places and you can actually view the festival itself's webpage. Some food options. I included something from Beaver Highway, which is very important in Atlanta. It'll take you to their websites. These are kind of like Atlanta staples. And then I work here at Raised on the River, which is really upscale and nice for anybody celebrating. But people can suggest food as well, and then you can add it here, which I think is really nice. Gives you a picture of the food, very straightforward. As it grows, I would like to add like filters about like what type of food necessarily. Kids, I didn't add a whole bunch of descriptions just because the flyers themselves have it. And you can have like a wide variety of things from like a science fair to swimming lessons to Christmas or sports. I did networking. I feel like this one's really important, and this one is like probably my favorite one just because a lot of times like you'll go to event websites or TripAdvisor and they're like, top 10 places to kayak in the city, but nobody's really focusing on like how to grow yourself in a career aspect. I thought that was really neat. And then free events, again, looking like a bulletins on a poster, little descriptions below. I think as I like built the website out, I would love to include more like reviews. I would love if you could review an event and give your honest feedback if it was what you expected, if you had to pay anything when it was supposedly free. Did you have to deal with parking, which is like a really big issue in Atlanta? Things like that. To the code aspect, I again struggle with JavaScript. I've struggled with that even when I wasn't taking this class and just tinkering around with it. I really love the columns and row aspect. I really played with that throughout the whole um, website, so it felt like very on brand. But I also feel like I use that because that's what I feel most comfortable with. And if somebody could suggest different ways of just organizing, I think that would be helpful. I think I've gotten kind of stuck in what I'm doing. Um, I think, obviously as I tinker and learn more, I'll know more, but I'd love some good old-fashioned criticism. I also struggle with headers and just adding more stuff in it. I don't fully feel comfortable floating things left to right. I really wish you could just be like, place this element in like position one and then position two. Maybe I'll write my own code. Who knows? And then again, yeah, I definitely struggle with the JavaScript here. So this this is my final project. So thanks for tuning in.